Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Mystery Box Function Challenge. In our purple mystery box, there is some math, and your challenge is to figure out what that math is. Today is a Friday, so today's math is supposed to be particularly challenging. So this might be a hard one. You can try it out yourself by using the link in the description, and when you think you've got an answer, come on back, see if we get the same thing. All right, let's begin with a 0. Okay, 0 gives us 0. How about a 1? 1 gives us 1. How about a -1? Also gives us 1. So we're seeing something that's symmetrical so far anyway about the y-axis. Um, so this could be a quadratic, just y equals x squared, or f of x equals x squared. It could be maybe an absolute value function, although both of those would be pretty basic for a challenge day. Well, let's put in a 2. 2 gives us 8. Oh, interesting. And how about a -2? Huh. So it still looks very much like a quadratic, but the numbers don't seem to be exactly following that pattern. If this was a quadratic, you would and it was just f of x equals x squared. If you got, you'd expect to get that 1 and that negative, the value 1 at 1 and -1. But then the next one up, it would be at 2. You'd square that 2, and you'd expect to see it at 4. But we're seeing it at 8, so it's going up at a faster rate than a quadratic, but it doesn't appear to have a multiplier, because when we put in 1, which is where I would look for what the multiplier is, you just get 1. So that's a little confounding. I want to look at its shape, its behavior closer in here to the what I think is the vertex of this. So let's put in 1/2. 1/2. Aha. So 1/2 gives us 1/8, and 2 gave us 8. That's interesting. Let's put in -1/2 just to be symmetrical here. So it's a little flatter at the bottom than you would expect from a parabola, although it's very similar in shape. Let's put in 3/4. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so flatter than you would expect. So let's put in -3/4. And then it shoots up at a faster rate. So what could this possibly be? It looks exactly like a parabola, really, except the shape is just slightly flattened here and accelerated up as the arms go out. So what could this mean? Well, I think we have to look to the numbers, and here is a clue right here. This particular spot made me think, is this somehow a cubic? Because 2 cubed equals 8. 1 cubed equals 1. So that might be a solution for how to not have a multiplier but see these numbers. If that's the case, if we put in 3, we should expect to see 27, because 3 cubed is 27. Yeah, and there it is. The problem with this, how can this be just f of x equals x cubed, which is sort of what I'm saying so far. The problem with that is when you put in a negative number to a cubic function, it should give out a negative, and it doesn't. When you put in -1, you get 1. When you put in -2, you get +8. So what is going on with that? Well, I think it's just as simple as putting the absolute value around it. It's just taking that, what should be a negative value for a cubic function, and making it positive. And so what you're really getting is this arm, and then this arm. This is where the how the cubic would normally look. That arm has just been reflected up above the x-axis because of this absolute value. So that's what I think is going on. I think I've tested enough numbers. I don't think I'm going to get any more information out of the numbers. I'm going to go ahead and reveal. And there it is, the absolute value of x cubed. And let's graph that too. Yeah, so it looks very much like a parabola, just slightly flattened on the bottom and accelerating upwards a little too quickly for a parabola. That is absolute value of x cubed. Well, how did that go for you? I think this was a really tricky one, very confusing. Let me know what you were thinking. I'd be curious to hear. Thanks, everybody.